CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
Jestem Neo i gram w CS Global Offensive.
Volen Karol ja mä pelaan CS Global Offensive.
Volám se Zero a hrám Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
我叫 LoveYY， 我打 CSGO。 Я Бондик, я играю у Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
A nevem Deadfox, és a Counter-Strike Global Offensive-ben játszok.
Jeg er Snappy, jeg spiller Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Mina olen Fitch, mina mängin Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Я Дима, и я играю в Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
أنا عيسى مراد، أنا بلعب Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Meu nome é Peacemaker e eu jogo Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
I'm Nifty and I play Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
"60 rounds was the previous map. We head to train. After a 16-1 for HAVU over on the map pick of Flash on Cash, only to head to Overpass where HAVU falls short by 2 rounds in a 60-round belter, we will now go to the third one. Do you want a prediction? Or is
No.
No? Not even going to bother?
Do
you believe Risk?
This is the gift that keeps giving,
Does it?
this game, and definitely keeps giving us rounds, definitely keeps giving us maps. So we're going to head into map 3 of this one, and to see who will go out on top. Flash, of course, with a momentum advantage, taking the win in that crazy overtime game. Now going on to, well, the decider map, which should be the more fair ground between these two teams. What we have seen so far in this map veto and in this best of 3 is that map advantage doesn't really matter.
No, either way, this is a good map for both teams. Neither of them weak on it. Both of them play it a fair bit. So when it comes down to it, at least it's one that both teams are comfortable on. But we've seen, as you literally just said, you know, it doesn't matter. Both teams picked up maps that they don't even play. So while one of them only took 17 rounds and the other took 60, again, the coin flip to represent this matchup as we head into it. It's going to be Flash versus HAVU, jumping right in just a second. In terms of predictions, do you want to just pick a team for fun, or?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with Logic here and say that HAVU should be the better team, even though Logic doesn't really apply anymore in this series. But hopefully it can prevail.
I would say the same. I think HAVU are going to win. So as a result, I'm going to pick Flash as my team to take this map because that's what makes the most sense to me. But we're into it anyway. HAVU T side, Molotov double Flash on Zati, early towards B. Hopefully they'll commit to this site with more than 10 seconds.
The memes, I can already feel them growing as Alexi B and the boys getting set up. Right now, it seems like they're actually going to go rather quickly into this bomb site. As they are setting up for this lower push right now. Attacker on lower as well with his USPS Fancy on the back of this bomb site. They're not checking it. He will be allowed to get one, but nice entries coming in towards the bomb site.
Yeah, Zati doesn't have a Molotov for a post plant anymore. He used it to get into the connector so they could push into the bomb site, but they went in too deep. These CTs can still rotate through as the Molotov's actually behind the position that Kazi is in. Still, though, it doesn't really matter as HAVU not only have the plant, but have a 3-on-1. No reason to peek, as Kazi sits in the connector, not given an opportunity to get back into the round, looking for a pick from an over-aggressive HAVU player, but still playing methodical. Again, we talk about this team being a strong, very clever team, and not over-facing, not over-peaking, playing as a team the whole time, and even after a very emotional previous map, that's apparently not affected them into this pistol round. They're not looking to get it done quickly, they're looking to win the round safely.
One thing we also have to consider, so that's a nice shot coming in from Kazi.
Stop.
Please. Spare them. He's actually not going to be spared as Sarte takes him out, but the point I was going to make, as Khan lives with 1 HP to spare, is that HAVU might be actually really angry right now, both with themselves and life in general after not winning out in that second map. Maybe that anger could be the fuel that fires them on and makes them go on in this series and just steamroll this train map, because we know how dominant they can be if they start out on this T side, how dominant they can be if they get rolling momentum-wise, and if they are just very angry and just looking to dominate every single part of this game, that might be just what takes them to the win here.
That being said, Flash have got the force up, we've got the scout on Kazi, we've got a good amount of rifles for HAVU to play with. Close positions in Pop Dog. That's unfortunate. Lovey ran back into it as well. It literally bounced the trajectory into his face as HAVU flashed himself towards B upper. It's going to be Karsa holding back with the CZ-75. Has to fall. Does have a rotation as Kazi moves in with the scout. So he can position himself on the old train, watch upper, try and crack off a couple of headshots from HAVU players as they go for this split onto the bomb site. But with two players beginning to back off of B upper, this is either them going to check the flank, make sure Flash aren't playing aggressive, or potentially redecide on this round, move back towards A main and maybe split onto that side. But with the smokes and molotovs flying in, it doesn't look likely.
Karsa has to come up huge and get 2 frags and buy time, which is very unlikely at this point. Lexi B with one. Actually, he does get the first one, not the second, as Otto comes in with a frag onto Karsa.
Still, the scout is in action, though, at the back of the site. Karsa trying to look for this pick. But HAVU still retain the man advantage, so no reason to get super aggressive. There's Artie pushes up, only to meet his maker. Fancy goes for the frag with the CZ-75, and now Flash 3-on-3 as we see them move back into the site. This is a duel round. They have the kid on Karsa. Even if he dies, they can pick that one up. Otto caught out of position as Attacker finds that frag, moving back in for more, and they do it. Flash jump on the bomb, so it doesn't even matter if those kills didn't come through. It would have been their round anyway. 1-1.
And that's where we see the danger of that CZ-75 scout mix-up in this round. You can get so close to those CZs, and if you get into a close range scenario against an AK on UP45, that CZ is sometimes just a bit stronger and works out in this one. Flash Gaming down straight back. HAVU, with the money they have right now, are going to go for the full save so they can buy up AKs and utility for the next one.
This is really nice to see. Reserved play. This is a situation a lot of teams will find themselves in and just go for those constant force buys, try and keep it in their favor, and then try and keep Flash's economy low, considering they only kept 3 players alive. You know, it's not the worst, but HAVU playing slow and allowing to give up this round so they can actually go for the proper buy coming up, and that shows a resilience. If the previous map didn't, that certainly does.
Flash timing coming in, and that's the flashbang. Luckily for Fancy, he's going to get an opportunity to get something done, but it's going to be frags traded left, right, and center. The Glocks are proving to be so strong. UMP45's picked up by the T side now.
Yeah, getting aggressive as well. The walk past Attacker into his face of the AK. 2 kills, and Kazu will come back in again, but it doesn't matter. 2 frags and a bomb plant with just Glocks.
Yeah.
A very impressive round for HAVU. They had a couple of PT50s
That's
here
the
and there,
max they could have hoped for in this kind of position.
I'm very surprised they got so much done. So, you know, as Flash did well in the sense of picking up that CZ round, HAVU did well in throwing in the full eco. They're definitely going to be able to buy up here.
Yep. Let's see what the plan is, what kind of execute they're looking at. They're going to get the AWP on Otto.
Yeah.
So no utility, but body arm on Otto. AK utility on pretty much everyone else. So HAVU a very nice buy. Look over towards Flash Gaming. They have some money to spare. Well, they're going to keep the Galil. Are they going to keep the UMPs as well? It's a question. AWP on Kase. 1 UMP kept.
Battle of the AWPs. We saw that in the previous map quite a lot, as OT allowed for a lot of cash. However, both of them had their moments. They both shined in their own element. And they've got to shine again coming into this map, because the loser of this, for those unaware, gets eliminated. Kaze tagged up by the Molotov quite badly as well.
Nice.
It's the boost. I like it. On top of the head of his teammate, takes down Attacker, as now HAVU look to split onto this A bomb site. Pop dot control taken from Sergey, but he actually gives it up on the ladder. They've still got the double picks, and no real reason for HAVU to commit to too fast. They can slow things down for sure. Flash through the smoke into the face of Alexa B, but he flicks back round to find the frag.
Nice Molotov usage, forcing Kaze in a very uncomfortable position. An off angle, if you will, but also just a terrible position to be in, and he will be taken out by Alexi B. Kaze now 1v4. There's no reason for him to go into this. He knows that this round is lost by now. He can bring the AWP into the next round. That's basically the plan right now, but HAVU knows this. They can at least take one of their guys, one of these AKs, and commit that to getting this AWP away from Kaze. He has a lot of utility as well.
Yeah, it's a worthy thing to save.
Oh,
Sergey takes a second, but there's the headshot. Alexa B with 3 kills that round, and this is a player that top fragged the previous map as well, so still running off for the fumes from that. Nice job done on that T side. So HAVU, they go for that full eco, they pull in the big guns, and then they start things off with a good round. It's still Flash to actually do the same. They go for their own eco, despite having 2 players who could have fully invested, and the others kind of bought around it with CZs or the UMPs, for example. They play things fairly safe, and I think that's what both teams are doing, wanting to have the proper buys come in. They're not used to ecoing after playing, you know, a hell of a lot of overtime now, so they definitely want to pull in the best buy possible.
Let's see. 1 Molotov for 1 incendiary on Kaze. We have, as we talked about earlier, CZ75's galore. Alexi B using his utility to kind of shuffle out these kind of positions. The aggressive AWPer, if he was there, would have been forced to go back. He wasn't there. And actually no aggressiveness whatsoever towards this inner B bomb site. Kaze coming in with a great grenade. And only taking Otto down to 52. Khan, 2 frags with his AK-47 bomb goes down.
Yeah, nice spray transfer. HAVU gonna have opened up this round. Seems like a third will be on the board as Flash just look for exits. They play positions outside of the bomb site. We've got 1 towards Pop Dog to hold off 1 position, 1 towards CT, and 1 towards Connector. This is pretty much every safe spot for HAVU with at least 1 player there. So that means they're gonna have to take 1 more fight as they exit the site, but Sergey will, with all his might, takes the head of Attacker. 2 players left for Flash.
Yeah, they're definitely going to save this one. There's no reason to go in and give a CZ75 plus utility, plus armor, plus a kit on Kaze away for basically nothing, since that smoke blocks them completely and Sarte's holding it, and they know that.
Yeah, so giving him another round, but this will be another eco for Flash. Should be at least. Lost bonus yet to build up massively. And yeah, a bit of money. They can actually go for the buy. I mean, they've got armor on some players. The issue is we've got like people like Attacker and Castle who can't really fully invest. Even Lovey to some extent. That's a surprise for them to throw in an eco only to buy up maybe what some would say preemptively. Yeah. That surprises me. If they were going to go for a buy, they may as well just force in the previous round, because this buy really isn't that good.
Yeah, UMP 45 and Lovey, MP9, definitely not going to see Attacker doing much with that. For Mars and Kaze, yes, that can do damage, but you're basically looking at Fancy and at Kaze to make the difference in. Already now, Lovey's gone down. The UMP is no match for the AWP of Otto.
Yeah, good pick to begin things here for HAVU. Start as you mean to go on. As Otto, he looks for another frag just in case Flash get aggressive around the edge of this smoke. They won't. It's going to be Zarte up towards Ivy. Unfortunate timing and a good defensive kill from Kaze. He'll back off now towards the site. So equal back into a 4-on-4, but still the AWP in main, and still Otto as dangerous as ever as Kaze's trained on the angle. Got to be careful because there's still 2 players there for him to find. Attacker above the Molotov with the MP9. A dangerous gun at this kind of range, even with its limitations. Fires off a lot of bullets very fast. And HAVU, talking about fast, looking to make a fast play onto the same bomb site.
Attacker close range with the MP9. Can he make this work? He's actually going to make it work. He's going to push in with the flash timing. Does get 1. Can he get the second on Khan as well? The timing is unlucky. He actually is allowed to almost run away. But Khan will take the last one as Sergey decapitates Kaze. And it doesn't work out in the end. That whole investment not working out.
Yeah, it's nice to see HAVU completely switch on the pace coming into this map. We look back to the previous one on Overpass, and not only in regulation time, but also in OT, there were multiple instances where not only HAVU, to be fair, Flash also pushed onto the A-bomb site specifically with 10 seconds remaining, you know. Whereas now we go into this map, and HAVU have been playing a lot of fast contact plays. To be fair, Train allows for that. You can quickly get out onto both bomb sites, whereas Overpass is a map that's it's far more slow, far more based on setups and picks and rotations. If you want to fast burst a site, it's so easy on Train, but Pistol's out, Mac 10 out, and Mac 10 into the head of for Fancy. Alexa B opening things up, and Sergey also. Rotations have been found for Flash, but there's a close position player going to catch out one, but only one.
Yeah, and that AK can be picked up if they want it. Alexa B with a Mac 10 in hand. We'll get the information that there should be an AK to pick up. So we do have Kazi as the last man standing. And this post-plant, you have Sarte going for the outer position, the rest of the team positioning towards up and lower. Making sure that even if Kazi goes for this one, he's not going to get anything for free. Very methodical, which is kind of the staple of HAVU as we know them so far.
Indeed it is. They're looking to try and take this map to put them through. Only to the decider match, though, up against the loser of Renegades versus VP. That'll be a map going on later, a match going on later, alongside the winners match of Heroic versus Hellraisers from Group A.
If you've been with us from, well, morning time here in Shanghai, and you're going to watch the whole day, you are a trooper, because it's been a long day already, and we still have 2 best-of-3s to go.
I know, it's ridiculous. It's 7 PM right now, and let's assume this map takes an hour, in theory.
Yeah.
Without it going to 60 rounds, it should take an hour. So assuming we're done at 8, Harry and Tom have to begin what,
2 best-of-3s.
2 best-of-3s. That goes 6 maps. They're going to be here till what, 4 AM?
Yeah.
Good luck, guys. Well,
and one thing is Harry and Tom. The other thing is the desk. They might be going insane when we hit the next best-of-3.
Poor guys. Alexa B, though. Quick entry. HAVU going to be, again, going for this fast contact play that they have been doing on the outer yard. He takes down Attacker. Again, the top fragger for Flash in the previous map, as Alexa B has a smoke to allow him to push up close to Olaf. Fancy. On the other side of that secondary smoke will actually get the trade. So back into a 4-on-4, but not at the cost of nothing. Fancy's tagged up, and Lovey's caught out of position in the open. 1 kill, but a trade from Caron. As Fancy sits close to the electric box, they're not going to know just yet. He wraps back round, sprays, and he gives away his position, only to be offered up to the hands of Sergey. Another frag for HAVU, but it's back and forth, as it always is, a 2-on-2.
A nice refragging from both teams right now. Kasi coming in, making into 2v2 once again. Tying things up as Kasi on the double stop. On Sergey now, the wonder child from Finland. Can he make this one go HAVU's way? Once the first one goes for the spray, but there's a secondary player peeking out at the same time. It's going to be Flash Gaming getting their third.
Unlucky position from Sergey, caught in the open. He was double peeked by both players. It's very unlikely you win that gunfight. You could see if he hit that first spray, the secondary player he could have taken down, but unfortunate. Kaze, top of the board here for the side of Flash, although they aren't in the top of the board in terms of score. It's HAVU leading this one currently. However, as we know, Risk, that means nothing.
Definitely means nothing. One more thing that I think we need to point out as well for Flash Gaming, one of the win conditions for them to do very well here on Train is that Kaze has to be on point. And so far, he's looked very good. Right now, he's going for the glass cannon setup on that CT side. And he can be the difference maker for Flash Gaming on this map.
Even Otto as well. While he had inconsistencies in Overpass, this is a map that lends itself to AWPing far more than Overpass. Obviously, it's still a good map for the AWP, but this is the AWP map in the map pool. So this is where we're going to see those 2 stars for the team, and stars in their own right. Well, hopefully put up numbers, both of them as well, as we expect a close game. Despite Cash, I think we can all forget about that scoreline now, as it's proven that these 2 teams are of a similar level.
Yep.
Again, we've seen upsets. We've seen Flash beat VP 16-4, only to lose the series overall. And with a similar story as well. It was overtime in that second map. Well, it wasn't 60 rounds. It was still 2 OTs.
Trying to clear out towards Pop Dog. Sarte will take down Lovey. And that's a really nice play, actually, because he puts down the Molotov behind the CT, making sure that the CT kind of rotate away, so he goes for that individual peek and make sure that he can and will get that frag. Karsa doubles up on that B bomb side, on that B train. No one is going to come past him, but the executor's towards outside right now. LXCB trying to make it work. Otto with one onto the attacker, and now 2v2.
Oh, but the push through the Molotov will be caught out. LXCB holds the angle just in case, and it will pay off. Fancy dead. Another rotation having to come in for Karsa. A 1v2 needed. They might have heard the drop, but it doesn't look like they have. Roughing round towards the pop is Otto. And AWP pops off to find HAVU their 6th. So doubling down on the scoreline of Flash, and again we see these Chinese players on the Eco or the Force, as that's
1450 on Kase. That's not looking good.
Yeah, the Force. Fair enough. It's a reset coming for HAVU. They shut down the money of Flash. We see investments come through. HAVU currently off to a really good start on the T side.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they need to do in order to get this one going. You need to get that momentum started again after, of course, being taken out after the ridiculous overtime. They've gotten a 6-3 start, I should say, a decent start. And I think they're feeling themselves once again. They're feeling that they can actually go in and control this game, which, well, it should have done on Overpass. Didn't end up like that, of course. But now we're on train and they can start over.
Yeah, completely different story. Reset, refresh. Jump into this game as they have. All guns blazing for HAVU. Down towards B once again with one player outside of the A site. It's going to be Flash with quite a lot of position down towards B. They've got 3 players fairly deep into the site as well, so not even playing passive. Of course, they got the CZs majoritarily so they have to play close, but this could be a bit of a catch-up for HAVU, who've been putting a lot of pressure on B. Nice Molotov. Will force the attacker out of position, and the second one as well. This is a great execute for HAVU. We say they don't play this map a lot, but they clearly know their stuff. As they rotate back down towards A, it's just a fake. Luckily for Lovey, as he's there, but unluckily, he's dead.
This is looking very good. The Finnish boys.
Ooh.
Kahan trying to make this one work out. And they coming in, and LXCB, so many assists right now coming in. 6-3 is going to be 7-3 unless Fancy and Kase can find something insane out of this one.
I mean, damage has been done, but it's not enough damage for them to be able to concede the round.
Yeah.
So Flash, yeah, exits, potential, grab a couple of kills, maybe upgrade to rifles, try and take that AWP off of Otto, but it's going to be easier said than done. However, this position, for example, 8 HP on Otto, drop down the ladder, all you need is 1 bullet. And Kase, well, having no armor is full HP, he could be the Flying Dutchman into the pop, but he won't go for it. Just fall back and save the CZ. No armor, but he could catch a player potentially moving out of main, and HAVU all grouping up towards that exact position as well.
Of course, the reason why he's not going through that ladder, he doesn't know that Otto's on HP.
Yeah, of course.
For those of you guys just tuning in and watching, maybe you see his broadcast for the first or second time. We have so much more information than these players have, especially HP-wise. LXCB will shut down Kase. And Fancy will survive with head armor and a CSET 75, and now we do see the full eco coming here.
It's a shame to see so much damage done by Flash, but still no kills come through. It's so thinly spread across the entirety of the HAVU roster. The amount of damage done equals 2 or 3 kills, but results in none. So money's starting to build even further for HAVU.
Yeah, look at that from LXCB. 13,400 after buy. That's insane.
That's a lot of money, and Flash not in the same boat. They've only got pistols once more, as Fancy saved onto the CZ with armor. Lovey's invested, and we've got a double nade towards main fast, but the one round they set it up, no one even pushes aggressively. Karen plays close, but his rifle, his barrel is just sticking out, so I think the player close to main actually spotted that. Lovey might have a bit of knowledge, but they have no flashbang to pop him in, so if he wants to go for it, he's just got to go. He should know he's there, though.
See if that's going to be the case. They actually do get the double peek. And what? Ooh. Why wouldn't you peek instantly for the refrag?
Maybe expecting for Karen to commit to the spray and not wanting to walk into spray. Again, no armor, dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know. There could be multiple reasons. They could also expect there to be a second guy on the back of it. We, of course, will never know. We're not inside the minds of the players, sadly. Karsa needs the footsteps on the other side of the smoke, and we'll call this to his teammates. We'll actually get the AWP on Otto.
Great shot.
Can he get the shot as well? If they push him, no. I'm going to decide to rotate back, smoke him off.
Yeah, they've still got Molotovs and HEs to get rid of him out of that position, but instead he'll have a teammate come in for support. It's attacker. So Karsa, pistol, attacker, AWP, giving the gun over to the best player for the team, and he'll show why. Quick shot with the AWP, wrapping back around towards the backside of the CT. It's Fancy to get caught out of the connector. To 2 left, the attacker, he's still kicking. I bet he's happy that Karsa threw over that AWP, because this round is now looking a whole lot more doable despite Flash coming into it with just pistols and barely anything else. Karsa trying to just grab anything he can. He's got an AK to play with now as he can upgrade that. But the issue is the time's so low. It's about keeping these players to go down with the site and maybe even save the AWP. As he runs away, this bomb's going to blow up, and I think it might just reach attacker. He should be able to... I mean, Ooh, he's staying very close. No, okay, he moves away last second, so he'll get away. He was staying very close to the connector, and that would have surely killed him. But last second, he gets himself deep into the B site. So HAVU find the round, but at least the AWP is saved.
8-3. Hopefully they do have something they can work around with the AWP, as we do see Kazi getting it thrown over. Buys armor, buys the whole package of utility, and this is the buy coming in from Flash right now. They have almost everything going for them in this round, and they need to get a 4th round on the board right here.
They do indeed.
Right, if we look at the setup now, 2 guys led by Sergey towards this Ivy area. XCP's already very aggressively out towards mid. He's getting back up when the other 2 guys in T-main, and they're focusing so hard on this A-bomb side, but Attacker is shutting it down. He has the bomb as well. They're coming in from back alley from that Ivy, but finally XCP stepping into the fray.
There's 2 players left now for HAVU. Things are looking difficult as Fancy begins to wrap the backside of Electric Box. Well, the smoke is down to Alexa B. He might have worked it out. He takes the kill. So now it's looking easier, but it's still not looking easy, as Alexa B is left with 3 on the site to deal with. Flash wrapping the left side, and the timing is so unfortunate. Lovey cleans house, and Flash find 4 rounds.
And a round where they needed to step up. Flash Gaming do that, and make a dent in the economy of HAVU for now. Still going to be able to buy up, of course, and they're still going to be able to drop weapons for the next round if Flash Gaming wins this one as well. So HAVU with a great chance already now winning the first half as T here on Train, having the potential of going up for up to 9, maybe even 10 rounds on that T side is perfect for them. But Flash Gaming now, full utility, AWPs, even an AK on Fancy as well. So this is a nice round for them. The only problem is that they have only 2 kids. So if in the middle of their communication they forget where one of the kids is, we're going for the defuse, that could be a problem. But that is 1 minute and, let's say, 20 seconds away.
Knowing HAVU, maybe 1 minute and 30.
Yeah, exactly.
Flash into main, lovely aggressive peek, but Karen, he's playing anti-flash. He's not blind, and he's on for the first kill of the round. HAVU, nice start. Blind onto Attacker, but he'll reposition down Olaf. They might not expect it. Otto certainly won't, neither will Karen. The trade not coming through. Attacker with a nice double kill, but off the back of that, they aggressively push the A-bomb site. It's trades all the way round, but in the favor of the CT side, as Zati's left alone. Bomb in his hand, and still a fair bit of utility to play with.
Yeah, and at this point, definitely should go for either the B rotate or the long way around towards Ivy. He's going to go for the B play surely here. And Flash Gaming in this situation can either decide to go 1-1 or play together and play retake. And I think playing together and playing retake in this kind of scenario is definitely the wisest choice.
Especially with the AWP, right?
Yes.
You throw that on you're on the wrong site, right? And
they only have one
goes
kid.
down. Yeah.
There's a second hit somewhere, but we don't know.
If Kazi goes down, that leaves Kazi to retake with the AWP unless he upgrades to a weapon. But the bomb's down, so retake going to be on here for Flash. Zati, Molotov in the connector. And with the plant on the right side of the site, if he backs off towards ramp, he has to go towards heaven. However, they think he's aggressive, judging by that molly. This is a good position, because they wouldn't expect this given the position of the molly. They would expect upper. So Zati actually playing mind games in this one. I'll be interested to see if they tap the bomb and watch upper. That's what I'm expecting, because he can wrap around the left side of the site and go in really, really deep. But they'll just jump right on it. Kazi sticking it. 3 seconds left. He's going to push round. He'll grab the kill. The trade through, but do they have time? Yeah. Comes close, but Kazi should have it.
Yeah, there we go. A few seconds to go, and he does get that. Another round on the board for Flash, but it comes down to a 1v1. Once again, it's Attacker that makes the difference with the 3K opening up the round for Flash Gaming. And we've been talking about him being one of the best players on this team and one of the best players in Asia alongside, let's say, a Bentet. And that is definitely true. I feel like Kazi and him are clearly the two big names here on Flash Gaming. And that's also the problem, because they rely too much on those 2 players. It becomes a problem when you have a team that you need your 2 star players to play lights out every single game, because you can't rely on that every single game. You need to have the whole team able to step up.
Luckily, they had that performance at least in the previous round.
Yes.
Previous map, sorry. On Overpass, Attacker dropping an insurmountable amount of frags, and Kazi as well doing work with the AWP when he did have it in his hands. At least a lot of the overtime he did, although Flash, near the end of it, started to plateau out and just play rifles, especially on that T side. This time on CT AWP. On CT Train, they want to run the AWP. And they have done exactly that. Pause going to end. HAVU back in with the buy. You said it yourself a couple of rounds ago, they have 8, they have the half in their favour, but anything on top of that is just going to make this far easier moving forward to the second half. They don't want to give Flash any room to work with if they have any say about it. So AWP up 3 this side, the money good for both teams. HAVU still with a bit of bank to fall back on if in case they do lose this round again.
At this point, I would like to see them go for an A and execute. We know they can do very well at that. They have the open auto where that can go for that upper peak, even go to challenge towards that connector push or that connector AWP rotate, if that's what they're going to play it. But no, Kaze actually plays it aggressively towards upper. Now rotates back. Let's see how they're going to make this one work. LXCB edging his way in, and they're setting up for it now. Might get everything I hope for in this one.
Yeah, this passive position with the AWP is going to be perfect unless a smoke goes down for this T side. The timing couldn't be better for Kazi, who's rotated off of that upper position. A dangerous one with so much presence from HAVU as they burst down towards B car and open things up. But it's got Kazi with the AWP, unable to find more than one. Sergey again chimes back in with a frag, and now looking good for HAVU as they push deep into the bomb site, taking these aggressive post plants that we know and love. Although Fancy, good timing out through the CT spawn, gets the trade. Back into a 3-on-3, no utility apart from flashbangs left for Flash, and HAVU still with a Molotov for the bomb and a smoke to hold off these CTs. This could be really good for HAVU, but they need to find another pick, as the CT still have 3 up.
That Molotov could win them the round right now, because as you see, there's only a kid on lobby and he's gone down, so if this becomes a 1v1 in the end, that Molotov could win it, but Attacker now will not get the frag onto the side. He does in the end.
Jumping onto the bomb though, ballsy. He's got no smoke for the defuse, and he
Yeah,
can't even
done.
pick up the kit as well. He's run out of time. He's got to fall back. So Otto, he'll pick up the round. A kit saved with the AWP for Attacker, but that'll be it. HAVU with a 9. So looking good on this T side. Very, very strong. On a map that, you know, we haven't seen them play this event so far.
And that's the way that you sometimes can play that T side when you get that in a bomb plant. You can get that Molotov down on the bomb side. If they don't have a smoke to extinguish it, if they don't have a kit either, it's going to be incredibly hard to get back in and get that defuse. So sometimes that Molotov can be the hero of the round. We have seen this time and time again in the way that Train is played right now in this kind of meta, and the Molotovs are just too strong in that position.
And the best part about that whole not having a Molotov for Flash is HAVU threw early smokes out towards the A bomb site. That baited out utility for Flash. So when they came in for the retake down on B, those A players didn't have utility left. Maybe the B players did, but they were eliminated straight away by Sergey. So actually a nice round for HAVU to get rid of the utility on A before they committed towards B. And again, you don't need 5 smokes to take that B site. You can do it with 1 or 2 at a bare minimum. Even 0 if you really want to go ballsy, but it's usually safe to have a ramp smoke down at the very least, and maybe even upper. But HAVU looking good coming into the last round of the half. It's an AWP and a CZ, a complete mixed buy for Flash, and that CZ is already dead.
Rotations have to come in, but now it's 3 players trying to retake through the CT connector at the same time.
Good luck.
And that's not a good scenario. They got Molotovs down everywhere, and now smoke's coming in, and they have even more smokes to put down into this connector if they want to. They smoke off CT as well, just to make absolutely sure. There's nothing that Flash Gaming can do in this one. They might as well just go and type kill on console, because there's no way.
Yeah, and still 2 Molotovs left for the postmark for HAVU. There's no smokes. One picked up from Attacker, but he's already dead. And somehow they actually get through the connector, but they go down instantly to Caron, and he'll finish things off. 2 kills that round for him and Zati together. Sergey with another. And 10 rounds for HAVU. We saw a 10-5 half in favour of Flash in the previous map, and look what happened there. So I want to see the
10-5
CT
second
side.
half as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then we won't talk about the
Pattern recognition, boys.
We'll talk about the next 30 rounds.
All right. Let's see how this one is going to play out. The pistol coming in very shortly between these 2 teams. Will be HAVU getting number 11 on the board, or will it be Flash bouncing back? We did see Flash Gaming have a bunch of good pistols, actually. I felt like on that T side as well, the way that they could explode over a bomb site, the way that they could take over with the pace was very impressive. Attacker, especially leading that push coming into a bomb site, he can get the double entry, and then the team can just like flow around him and get that bomb down.
Yeah, and while LXCB was a man to watch out for in the previous map, as he still is at top fragging in the server and the team, obviously. It's actually Caron and Zati at the top of the board here for the T side. That's nice to see, the 2 old dogs stepping up. We had Zati top frag, or at least near top frag in the first map, but obviously that was a 16-1, so I don't think you can take too much away from that in terms of individual performance. You know, it was a map that Otto got 8 kills, but he also got 4 deaths, so it's like, it doesn't really matter, does it? Moving forward though, second half, chance for Flash to reset, pull things back on this less favourable side, but
it becomes really dangerous if HAVU gets this pistol, to be honest. Then Flash really needs to win a lot of rounds in a row and to grind back my victory if they want it to happen. And here we go, back into it. Flash smoke, or not flash smoke, kit smoke on Sate. Arm on everyone else. Smoke flashbang and nade, and then a Molotov on Kase as well with the P250. Otto, very aggressive. Will he get something out of it? Damage being done, and one frag. 1-for-1 trade, but another person is in that. That's okay. That's double peak. Not working out at all, but Kahan with a nice one, but eventually taken out. 2v3.
Oh, and they're even coming back with trade frags. How are Flash allowing HAVU to get these kills? It seems like they have the round for themselves, and suddenly 2 frags come back in favor of the Finns. Moving back into the site, we have got the Molotov on Fancy, but we've also got a smoke and a kit on Zarte for the post plant that will be coming through. So that Molotov landing in now shouldn't matter because the smoke's already down. The defuse is on, and they've been pranked as Fancy runs down towards the B site. Damage done, but it's a block in the smoke that allows the round. HAVU find 11.
Very nice play coming up for HAVU. They knew exactly what was the potential for that round. They know the danger of that Molotov. And usually we do see on that CT, you see one player buying the kit and the smoke. Usually that's to block off a certain area in the beginning of the round to kind of ensure that the turret kind of cannot go streaming out in towards the bomb site. On train, on CT, it's a bit different.
Indeed, it is. A single catalyst rifle here for Flash as they pull in an AK-47. I like it, to be honest. Yeah. P250s and a Glock on attacker. It doesn't really matter too much. You can use this AK to get yourself an entry, burst onto a bomb site, and then from then on you can upgrade your weapons if you kill the CTs, which is a task in and of itself, but HAVU have 4 rifles to play with, so this is going to be a difficult one for Flash to get any openings.
Carson, P250 now, as you mentioned. Trying to get it done. MP9 close range towards the pop dog. So we are just waiting to see what the play is for Flash Gaming this time around. Fancying his chances outside. He's just walking in. Nothing has happened just yet. No kills exchanged. A bit of damage on each side.
Flash on the ladder to try and bait Karon's shot out, but he actually doesn't go for the shot, so they have no idea he's here for the time being. Well, they pushed... Okay, now they do. Well, they pushed down deep on Olaf, at least. It's actually Fancy to finally open things up. He doubles down. Good damage done. We said this Catalyst AK could do work. The issue is he's low, so he's got to get that AK to someone else on his team. However, he's stranded alone. As they push back on Olaf to come help him, they also need to get the bomb down on the site. Alexa B trying to challenge, does do some damage, and Kaze coming in from the back lines also dropped. Alexa B making this round work for HAVU despite the first couple of picks coming through.
Fancy trying to bring a third one down, but Lovey has picked up a FAMAS, but look at that from Sarte, not hitting his shots. 2v2, low HP on Fancy, and that will be the last man standing. 2 kills on his account already. Can he get 4? That's what his team needs in order to win this round. He's not going to be able to do that. The MP9 proves to be too strong. HAVU on 12 rounds here, 4 rounds away from eliminating Flash Gaming.
And some real individual step-ups as well.
Yes.
Alexa B 20-11, Karon 18-8. This is only 17 rounds into the game as well. That means they've both gotten at least a kill a round. At the very least, that's really good. As Flash, yes, they have the buy. Fancy's going to be limited, at least with the CZ, but Carcer throwing over his gun. That's one thing I do like about Carcer. You always see him throw over that gun. We saw him give the AWP to Attacker in the first half. We've seen him, give the AK just that round to Fancy, who's obviously a better player, but you commonly see teams just keep the gun on whoever bought it with the argument that, oh, it ruins their confidence. But Carcer still seems to play well despite always being that supportive player and giving weapons over.
That's a nice quality to have. That's a nice support to have on your team. Here we go, Flash timing inside. Sarte on the back of the bomb site. Sergey holding this tight angle on the bomb train. Flashes are actually working out, but they're not checking his position right now. Sarte with the double. They're even not clearing it, but 2 frags now come in. They do clear it in the end. Sergey goes down as well. Kasa with the C-75 frag. 3v3 post-plant. Low HP on one of the players on that T side, and Molotovs and kits galore on that CT retake, but look at this angle coming in. The MP9, can it prove strong once again? Yes, it can.
No.
Doubles up.
And even the team kill comes in. That's the round over. HAVU don't even realize they Molotov the bomb. It's fine. Karon can stick the defuse as he holds the smoke just as a backup, but a team kill on the retake there for Flash. Unfortunate. As HAVU, they upgrade those SMGs, those FAMASs, all to AKs. 3 on the board now, and plenty of money. We could see an AWP thrown over from Karon. He has 5k in the bank. I don't think it's even necessary moving forward.
It's very nice that he can stay on that MP9 for so long. Karon just making the difference there.
And making money as well, $1,200.
Yes.
Just the little things like that just give a nice boost to HAVU moving forward. So looking very good in this third map. I'm convinced for the time being.
Yeah, we're not going to call anything just yet. We know how this game can go and how it has gone for many a time so far. Not only today in this game, but also yesterday with VP versus Flash. You can never count a team out. As we are waiting to jump back in. There's a pause going on right now. Not sure if it's tactical or technical. But as we can enjoy the scoreboard. Alexi B, in my eyes, the MVP for HAVU for that last map, even though they didn't win it out. Also now he's on 20 frags to 11. That's very nice.
Yeah, MVP for this series overall, I'd say. We had Sergey and Otto perform in the match they lost versus Renegades, but assuming HAVU are going to win this map, which looks very likely at this point, I've got to say, this is far more convincing than that of, obviously, Overpass, where despite being a 10-5, HAVU was still pulled back, and we could see that comeback being initiated. We've seen a flawless 3 rounds on the CT side for HAVU, and we've seen the buys out anyway from the side of Flash, but they've got a short pause here. No AKs. Oh, actually, okay, one single AK. So they've got in the Catalyst. Again. Yeah, again here. So this gives them an opportunity. They had success previously, and with more armored players, yeah, more potential. But it's 13-5 risk. Yeah. It's starting to look a bit dire for Flash.
They are trying to grab straws right now. They're not really finding anything too substantial at this point. They're trying to see if they can find a miracle, and a miracle could be a Desert Eagle in the hand. Attacker, but Fancy also bringing miracles of his own as he takes down Otto. Another one. Triple coming in for Fancy.
Great work. Good opener. As now Flash have the bomb side under control. The plant not stopped. Azati can't hit the legs. He's sprayed down by Fancy, kept at bay. Alexi B can come out from the flank, and he will have the element of surprise onto Carter for 1 kill, but he holds his discipline triggered. As he pushes back in, waits the time as he finally gets the frag. Azati to regain control of connector, but not control of the round as Fancy takes him down, looking for the ace. The smoke's down. Alexi B doesn't realize they're pushing on through, and it's Fancy to finally fall, but still the smoke push should surely result in the round for Flash. Finally, Attacker cleans up the job, but that gets very dicey for Lovey at one point.
What a Catalyst play coming out for Fancy. Gets that AK drop, buys the armor, and goes on to get 4 kills.
And off the back of doing damage just a couple of rounds prior with said AK, you know, he got 2 or 3 entries. HAVU now can't afford to buy. So Flash, even though they've only just got a round on the board, they've still forced HAVU down to eco. This is a fairly effective round from Flash.
Money's definitely not looking good for Otto either, as he's on 1450, only on 7 frags, and we praised him a lot yesterday against Renegades. Today he hasn't been really looking that much on point. Sergey has been stepping up lately, but also definitely has been the one I'm looking forward to actually see start up his game, because I haven't really seen the level that we saw yesterday. Sergey being taken out by Attacker, and Attacker's just going ham right now. Triple kill, quad kill for Attacker before he's finally taken out by an angry Finn, but he's on top of a train right now. Also taking out Lobby with the frag, and another round for Flash.
What have I done, Risk? What have I done? I said this is looking convincing from HAVU. Clearly a mistake has been made. Rounds in a row for Flash as they start to build up bank here on the T side. But we have the buyback in for HAVU, something they didn't display in the previous. So AWP for Otto, lacking the armor at the very least, but still a dangerous man to contend with.
Last
7 and
cannon,
30.
boys. Here we go.
Bottom for the team, and a map like Train, despite HAVU being up 13 rounds, that's a surprise to see from Otto, but it just shows that we have other players like Alexa B, we have players like Karen in this map at least, stepping up to the mark, and Flash set up the Flash as they burst their way into the B upper. No one there for HAVU playing for the contact, but they have players rotating through the connector, so a little more bolstered defense on B.
Yeah, very defensive on this B bomb side currently for HAVU. Both of them are backline. There's 2 of the players on the A bombs actually situated on the bomb train or around the bomb train. So they're playing very, very passive on the CT side. They don't want to go out and get an advantage. Don't want to go out and play aggressive. They're waiting for Flash to execute and force them to throw all their utility, place all of their eggs in one basket before they're actually going to reply.
Well, up towards Ivy they go. 3 here, and Alexi B forced back by the Molotov, but it goes in with the smoke, extinguishes the flames, and he has the chance to spray in close, but he's playing anti-flash. No more nades to work with, no more utility. His Fancy looks for a kill on the edge. He's just waiting for that smoke to dissipate. It will land. More smokes, more flashes, and a push. Alexa B on the other side, the receiving end, and he grabs one. No trade from Flash, but that's two, and the bomb dropped. An upgrade to an AK allows him to spray even more without a reload needed. His attackers traded from the CT spawn. Otto comes in with a crucial kill. It's 2 players left for these T side, but Lovey, a massive double. And while Kaze will be caught pushing up through Olov, it's going to be Lovey in a 1v2. 26 seconds left will be the bane of his existence as the bomb is dropped deep in Ivy. And with the position known of Sergey, he might be able to get this round, but he's got to hurry up. Peek from Sergey cleans it up.
14 rounds on the board for HAVU, and this is where we reach crunch time. This is where it all comes down to. This is where Flash Gaming could be eliminated, and we could have the 2 first teams in a Chinese tournament being eliminated. Those 2 teams are the Chinese teams. So definitely not China #1 anymore. We can say that for sure, if this happens.
Yeah, well, we're not done just yet, Risk, and if we've
There's
learned anything,
still a chance.
Never count out the team in Shanghai. There's always a possibility. 14-7 up for HAVU, a little bit of a weak goodbye, despite having the AWP. They have a FAMAS and a UMP as well. A very mixed buy, no one with a similar gun. However, it's Flash with only the same guns, 5 AKs as they set up early through B. I think HAVU should be probably running a double setup on B, especially having a solo UMP here is risky, because Flash have repeatedly pushed A. It's time for them to rethink this round and try something new.
See, Lovey get a nice double that round before. Now he's just pushing straight in. A UMP 45 will be taken out. Surely Lovey spot him, and that's his death sentence pretty much signed as attacker takes the frag off the information. Alexa B and the boys trying to rotate in. The bomb will be planted right now, but Karsa coming in as well with one. Frags being traded. 2 frags for Karsa. This is perfect, and now Otto not in a position where he can negotiate anything whatsoever. Oh, he even gets faded.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, you hate to see it. And as we talk about the chance of HAVU finishing up the game, Flash Gaming steps back, gets around, and resets HAVU economically. They're going to have to go for C-sets as well here. There's no reason to... Well, it's going to be 1450 or 1550 for a couple of the players, so they're not going to be able to buy an extra round anyways.
And they don't force, which is...
no, they're saving some money for utility, actually.
Yeah, that's fair. I like it. They keep a bit of money. They've got armor, they've got P250s, but not fully investing. They know this is an unlikely round to win as well. Well, you can put a catalyst rifle on a T side, right, and just use it as an entry to a bomb site, especially on a map like Train where you have fast contact towards the site. Catch CTs as they set up for positions. You can't do that on the CT side, not the same way at least, because if you see an M4 over on A when you know HAVU on pistols, you just go B, or you overpower them. You always have the manpower, but nice aggression. Talking about manpower, HAVU show it towards the A bomb site as they take heavy control towards main, and that's the bomb not dropped in the favor of the CT side. I thought it was, but it's actually
just
up
above
on B, yeah.
But still, they have a lot of map control, they have a lot of information, and now they also have picked up the AK, put it on Sergey, who also has the body armor. This is definitely a nice setup. Lovey taking down an XP. Secondary player. I thought he was going to die when falling down, but it is going to be the P250 frag from Kahan, and trying to get more done.
Yeah, all he needs to do is delay them. He doesn't need to take the fight, but dead to Kaze and Sergey, dead to right as he finds one. Quick refrag as now Flash left with only 2 alive, and HAVU, this was an eco taken into account. They had no rifles, they had no right. And Karsa, well, he catches that flank and still leaves Sergey with the AK doing damage. Karsa tagged and Fancy follows up, but it's Sergey in a 1v2. And again, he's been up and down in terms of performance since his opening debut match on LAN, but he's certainly the one you'd still want for this clutch as he moves on in. First player spotted, second moves back towards the heaven, but there's no Molotov for the bomb. He gets caught on the cross. Fancy finds the round for Flash, and slowly but surely, they're bringing it back.
Fancy's playing so well right now on Train. He's 21-17, and he had 2 Catalyst AK rifle rounds, but also when he's up against, well, these kind of rounds that should be going their way, but all of a sudden HAVU get back into it. He's the one to shut it down and make sure that it goes their way anyway. Right now, 3K for most of these players on HAVU. They're going to buy a few pistols there, nothing more, because they want to get that full round coming in next one. It's going to be the AWP, it's going to be the main form of full utility, it's going to be everything that HAVU could ever want so they can get on that magical 15.
P250 and 4 USPs is what stands between Flash and 10 as attacker bursts the A site. Everyone finding frags. It's only Alexa B to respond with a pistol, and just in a blink of an eye, it's already over. Flash have found themselves 10. As we would expect, looking at that buy from the CT side, but here's where the real big guns come in. The AWP, namely.
Otto gets body armor as well.
Well, you can tell Karen's considering it. No, he doesn't go for the secondary.
And you can definitely go for a double up setup here on Train, and if you have a player like Salte, you can play that secondary up very well. It's definitely a possibility. Meta nade, of course, throwing away the nade to buy something else, get some other utility going.
Yeah, Molotov taking a step of fancy, and again Flash switching up the pace, but eventually HAVU will work this one out. Look at the push, the flashbang's perfect. It blinds 3 players on the site, and attacker's already opened up. Everyone's falling here. It's only Sergey to respond, and he needs more than 1. 2 found, but not enough. As 1 player's left standing caught in the connector, the ammo runs out for Lovey, but it doesn't matter. He upgrades to the M4, and he finds the round. Flash to 11. Dear risk. This is
taking a
close.
pause. I agree with that situation, because right now they're going to have maybe a few P250s, but they're going to have enough money to buy next round as well. But definitely want to get everything under control before they get into that buy, because Flash are getting dangerously close. They'll get this one as well, I think, so it's going to be 12 to 14 before HAVU can buy again. They need this next buy now. They cannot allow Flash Gaming to bounce back and grind this back into the game. 4 rounds in a row it has been for them, and actually it's been 6 out of the last 7 for Flash.
Very, very good start for Flash in this second half. It was starting to look a little bit worrying when HAVU hit 13 and Flash were nowhere to be seen, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Karen, a single P250, no one else buying up around him. They could go for light pistols. They will. Armor as well on Sergey. We've got bits of utility for HAVU as well, so just something extra to play with. I mean, we saw them come really close on a round where they had triple armor and a couple of CZs here and there. So yeah, there's always that chance, but as Flash build up confidence as they get more and more rounds on the board, this is less expected from HAVU moving forward. At least for now.
Setup right now is very aggressive from HAVU towards that Ivy and taking all the map control. It's now rotated the remaining players on that A-bomb side away.
Oh, the Molotov. Oh, he's got to go above it. He sits on the ladder. He doesn't commit to the push back up, and Carson might have thought he backed off because there's no noise made on the ladder. There's a head peeking up, and Carson takes it.
Sergey also in a very aggressive position right now. He's going to go aggressive, and Carson just shuts that down easily. Right now, the player towards Ivy is peeking forward, trying to clear out, trying to get some more information. Utility coming over towards that bomb site, and LXB gets the information, but I think it's a little too late as he's taken down to 25 HP and has to rotate back.
Yeah, bomb outside of the pop dog towards the end of the inside of the A site. Carso 1 kill, make it 2 as he taps from a range. He's on 3 overall. LXB, as you said, previously tagged from Ivy. He's going to be on 25. May as well just save the armor moving forward. Yeah. Loss bonus is good for HAVU. It's starting to build up, so they can afford to just hold on to a CZ armor, upgrade to an M4 next round. What is happening though? Flash are pulling this all the way. We're gonna, I think we're gonna see 30 rounds just off the back of how close this matchup is. It was a very strong start for HAVU, especially moving into the second half, taking 13 rounds to what, 7 of Flash, maybe less, like 5. Yeah, I think it was 13-5 at one point.
Yeah, because it was 10-5 and then the pistol round of the next 2.
Yeah,
so yeah,
you're right. 13-5 and even 14-6. Yeah. And still Flash are in this one, very, very close.
So, in my opinion, this is pretty much down to the spy that comes in from HAVU now.
Yeah.
If they don't get this, if it becomes 13-14, that's where Flash Gaming can take it to 30 rounds and in general just take the win here. Everything is on the line right now. Flash Gaming have grinded back a bunch of rounds and they're almost on the same level as HAVU. As you do have Otto, full setup. Everyone's on full utility on that CT side.
Yeah, given the way the economy's going so far, assuming HAVU don't close out this map or don't pick up this round, we'll see the next spy on 14-14. So yeah, 30 rounds, as you say, is looking so ridiculously possible. Although look at this from HAVU. Aggression down Ivy. First time we've seen the Flash. The T's play close, and he's got the Flash set up. He's got a teammate right behind him, but it's all about the timing. The T's are right there. As they start to get close, they will throw in deep Flash. He's not expecting the close position. He doesn't need the flash of a teammate. He doesn't need the shot.
Perfect.
It's Otto to land the kill from a range, and while he goes down, they know LXB is still close, so he needs to be careful. Flash out, they should spray through the smoke, and the Molotovs will land, but they won't be able to kill him. He still commits to the close position. It's Kazi to open up onto Sergey in the A site in the meantime, so Flash have actually found that next kill to give them the man advantage. However, LXB still stands strong deep in Ivy.
Now rotating back, playing 1 on the A side, 1 on Ivy, and 1 towards Pop Dog. No one's on that B side right now for the HAVU team. That might be the rotation coming in as we see Kaze thinking about it. One of them, that's the CT connector player now rotating in, holding a very defensive angle towards the back of the bomb trains on that B bomb site. So now playing 2-1. has not seen anything just yet. Secondary CT player rotating in as well. Timing could be of the essence. 35 seconds to go. They have to execute in towards this bomb site right now.
Yeah, Molotov Azati, they have smokes to go down, but he gets peeked. What's he doing? He doesn't throw it out. Finally will land as it can stop the cross, but he gets tagged. And so tagged, it's Karen at the back of the site. 2 kills, one from Zati, one from him, as it shuts down the push from Flash. That risky rotation from HAVU, the double P setup has worked out, but the round's not over. You said it yourself, Risk. The rotations come in for HAVU. They've moved Alexi B back through the connector, so the bomb plant can come in. He can't stop it, and he shouldn't stop it. As he waits for his team to rotate back in, they can attack this as from a 3-man to a 2. As Fancy and Kaze hold off on the post plant, Alexa B with the AWP and connector, joined by one of his teammates.
Fancy's just trying to edge that kill in towards CT connector. Kaze holding back very defensively. He's on top of that train, and now it's all on Kaze. 1v3. He has 2 flashbangs as well. Let's see if he can take this one home.
Yeah, he's going to need a massive performance. They straight on the bomb. He will be able to stop the first diffuser, but they double peek it, and Caron closes
Very
out.
well done.
Nice shot from Kazi, but it won't finish off as HAVU are the ones to take 15 here in the 3rd map. We said it ourselves. If Flash found that round, they'd be up to 14 before HAVU would be able to buy.
2 weapons being brought up into this round as well. As the buy is going to be interesting for that CT team. They do have the AWP, and that's the most important thing. Fancy has played an insane game here on Train. He's been one of the reasons why Flash have actually had a chance to come back into the game. 24-18, as we're seeing right now. Very good from him. But will it all be in vain? Will HAVU still run away with this? They're 1 round away from ending this. 1 round away from sending the secondary Chinese team home.
But they've been there many, many times on Overpass, and many, many times Flash have pulled it back against all odds. Even with flawless halves from both teams in OT, it's always been the comeback. And Flash have proved their resilience here, so you cannot count them out despite the scoreline. However, that's an unfortunate start. The flashbang blinds Carter as he drops into the pop dog. He gets a second chance at life as he falls on back, or falls on up as he climbs up the ladder. HAVU give up pop, Molotov's down, give Flash a position to try and take control back again. Caron got to be careful. He gets flashed in by his teammate, looking to take control once again.
This is a dangerous position. Having a bit of a different angle than we usually see. See if they want to pop Flash down here again. Still a minute to go, so the outside execute is not 5 seconds away, but they actually drop down towards the ladder. Let's get the first one. AWP on Karsa onto Alexi B, but nice push from Karsa. And now 3v4. Karsa on low HP. Attacker trying to make the difference as well. Is this actually happening? Sergey trying to bring it back for HAVU. 2v3. Karsa still on low HP, but Fancy from the back. Now it's all on Otto. 1v3 with the AWP. Can switch up for an AK.
Oh, he might just save. He might just give it up. They're tagged up. He could have done this round, but either he's long wrapping towards main, which will be heard by Kaze already up in that position, or he's just faking the push because he falls back towards the bathrooms. I think he's saving this one. Yep. He's giving Flash their 13th. As we said, 30 rounds is a likelihood in this matchup, and it's seeming more and more likely by the second. HAVU, their money is going to be in an awkward spot with this round coming in from Flash, so we may even see the eco.
It might even have to be the Catalyst AWP.
Yeah. The AWP versus the rifles with only pistols on support.
This is going to be round number 28 going to Flash, bringing them on 13 to the 15 of HAVU. Otto saving a lot of stuff here. Not only the AWP, but also almost full set of utility, actually full set of utility, kit, and head armor.
Yeah, while he takes a dangerous position in the site, which is very open, it's the last place Flash would check. He check towards these cubby holes and places up in the B halls upper where players won't expect you to be.
This is a problem right now because they have 1,500. What's the call here for HAVU?
Save. Got to go for the Catalyst AWP. Like you said, you can get pistols in. You should not be forcing this round. Play for the final round. And
also great that they take the pause just to make absolutely sure that everyone's on point. But yeah, I probably agree with that. I think they should not go for anything crazy right now. Wait for that final round.
Yeah, it's the reset. That's the thing. This round for Flash literally resets the economy of HAVU, so that's why they've got 1,400. So next round, even if they save this, right, we don't have anyone above 3K, so they can't even fully buy up. They can get, UMPs, a couple of them fours or Famises here and there. I hope they save the AWP going forward, but I don't see it to be a likelihood.
No. And, of course, the guys from Flash are going to be very aware of this. They're going to be aware that they are saving an AWP and they're having the possibility of bringing it into the next round. So if we see, let's say, the last player saving that AWP, everyone's going to be hunting on that T side. It's going to be a wild goose chase.
Risk, you know what's severely possible right now. With
Yeah,
the
I know.
money
I
of
don't want to
HAVU.
talk about it.
You don't want to talk about
No.
it? It's overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very possible. 2 rounds away from that. And we've seen 60 in the previous map. This match could not be closer. We will be going the full 30 rounds. I am almost sure of it. As a bare minimum, Otto. AWP up, close towards main. Spotted the AWP at the other side, but it's dropped. The one armored player with all the utility in the kit. Well, the gun's gone over to the top fragger of the team, currently sitting on 29. It's going to be Caron. He's got no armor to play with. And Flash Gaming have removed a pivotal player from the roster of HAVU to kick things off early into the round.
Let's see Alexi B in the corner position. Will he be able to get this one? Is Fancy going to pre-fire it? Oh, looks like it. Oh, no! It jumps! The MSI bug! Back to old school days. Oh no, that's just terrible. 1-for-1 trade though. Luckily for Kelsey, he gets Alexi B, trades that. And that has happened to me so many times. And to every CS player from, let's say, the era of 1999 to, what, 2017.
It still happens. We just saw it.
Yeah.
Flash Gaming, they have the A bomb site. There's something good for them at least, despite that bundle from Fancy. As now we see the AWP hopefully saved for Karen. We said the economy of HAVU is going to be difficult. To be honest, I think these two players should look after the AWP. Because Flash are in a position where they can afford to chase, right?
Exactly.
If these 3 players stay together, not only do they have the option of taking AKs away from Flash, who might hunt this one, but also they need to keep alive and keep the AWP going into the next round. Because there's no way they can buy that up off of 1900 loss bonus.
Nope. I completely agree with that. P250 close range can also be decent. And Sergey's just trying to see if anyone's coming closer. But Flash right now are not really that hunting that much. They have one in CT spawn, and then they have Casa right here. But Casa's not going to hunt for it. He's going to go backline as well and save.
Well, making sense, to be honest, because they know that HAVU are defending this with pistols. They've seen the first couple of players. They know there are pistols in play here for the HAVU side, so they don't want to give away guns, exactly like HAVU were saving for.
Exactly.
So 30 rounds at a bare minimum, and probably more if you want my honest opinion. It's a mixed buy from HAVU. We may see an M4 or in Sergey, but Karen will be on one as well. It's a mixed buy from the other two. Alexa B and Zati struggling here to invest. We've got a Famas on Alexa B. He buys up utility, he buys up the kit. This is a well-spread buy, something at least positive, right? They get good utility, they throw guns over, they get a UMP on Zati, so we have Molotovs, we have smokes. We have 2 kits as well, which I was hoping HAVU wouldn't miss out on.
It's not impossible.
No.
Definitely not. HAVU have won like harder rounds throughout this best of 3. Lobby being flashed in. Once again to take this up at B control. It's been done so far, the bomb is coming in as well. Could this just be the timing B play? The timing B execute to end the dreams and everything here on train and bring us onto OT.
And only one player on the receiving end of this bomb site.
Not
There's
like
a close rotation available from Sergey, but the AWP is deep up in Ivy, so HAVU are going to have to use the AWP for the retake. Again, another difficult factor that you need to take into account. Flash Gaming could be pulling the 3rd map here to overtime, the 2nd overtime that they played. As the entry comes in, there's Attacker kick-starting this push. Sergey dead, but Zate alive and kicking. He's being shot from upper, but he's doing work. UMP might have just saved HAVU in this 3rd map, but it's not over. Fancy's doing work, and Kaze has wrapped the back lines as well. They know Zate's here, and they'll finish up the job. Flash Gaming, 1 player left to kill if they want to bring this to overtime. It's Otto, the AWPer for the team. Saved on from 2 rounds prior. He's got to push back in. Time is of the essence, and Kaze's close. It's an open plant as well, and the CZ comes in for a frag, but he doesn't know where he is, and that will be it. Fancy brings it to OT. Flash Gaming, they are going to be finding that 15th round. Risk, we're not done yet.
Of course. Why not? This game keeps on giving. Rounds keeps on falling into our lap.
The tilt from HAVU, look at that.
So close. And you can just see Sergey there. He must have felt like he could have done more in that round. He could have taken out the instant he went in for the rotate.
And he well timed the rotate as well. As soon as the smokes came through, boom, instantly through connector. Didn't even wait for presence to be shown. He was there before Attacker. Attacker just jumps down the ramp. And yeah, there we go.
That's rough.
That's got to hurt you, especially when he had a, not a bad performance by any means, but given his level of skill, given the level we know he can achieve, I would say a bad performance in comparison. Coming into the overpass game that went to 60 rounds. And, having a bad performance on, a short map like, for example, Cash, where we saw the 16-1 come in, you can go, okay, whatever. It's one map. Playing 60 rounds and not feeling like you're achieving your potential, that's got to hurt mentally.
That's a big problem, and something they got to work with in the future, HAVU as well. Because this, let's be real. Okay, this is also the first event for Sergey, so he still has a lot of things that he has to learn about playing on LAN. So
well, no, he's played plenty of LAN.
Oh
just
yeah,
not
not international.
Yeah,
And this kind of like, of
course.
course, yeah, of course he played LAN, but these kind of LANs,
Yes,
the international LANs where everything's on the
LANs.
line, plus 100k prize purse, traveling to a foreign continent, everything, all that on the line. So this is definitely a different experience, and he has to learn how to handle that. I think if he can learn how to handle that, he's going to be one of the greatest prospects to look at the next couple of years, because he's showing a lot of individual prowess, but he still needs this experience.
Yeah, we look at some of these players that are of this kind of age. Sergey, 15, Frozen as well, the player from Ecstatus.
Saivo.
Who?
Suvo from the French team.
Oh, Zaiwu.
Yeah, Zaiwu.
Zaiwu,
Okay.
yeah, sorry.
The pronunciation
yeah, I
is a
missed your
bit different.
pronunciation,
Yeah,
very
sorry.
Danish. No, yeah, of course, Zaiwu as well. Even Hunter on Binary Dragons, Nico's brother, as he's known. Very young as well. I think he's 16 or 17.
Yeah, Staven from Denmark, from Fractures,
Yeah,
who
of
recently
course.
doing very well. Like, we have all of these.
Hey, he's
all these
15
youngsters.
as well, isn't he? Or maybe he's 16?
He just turned 16.
Okay, right. So I thought he was, yeah, around that age. So we got a lot of young talent, and Sergey is no exception. Very tired, I bet, after all these maps.
Yeah. You can kind of read his face right now.
Yeah, the angst. But again, to perform this well at Counter-Strike at age 15 is absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know how you could be this good at that at such a young age as well. And he's getting some severe, life experience attending this event, playing up against top-tier competition as well.
Dealing
I just hope it
with
doesn't
hard
get to,
times in life.
I just hope it doesn't get to him too much, really,
Yeah.
because again, he can't fault himself. This is his first international LAN, as is Otto's as well. I think he's 19 years of age, and the AWP for the team having great performance as well. But Flash still regaining composure, still looking confident moving forward. They've been the ones to show little emotion in comparison to HAVU.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't show more emotion after they won that crazy OT game. Then, of course, they showed a little, but compared to how I would react,
I think they were exhausted, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
again,
that's yeah, exactly. That's a problem.
And they're celebrating. They're going into a third map. They're not Otherwoods yet. HAVU took that first on 61. They decimated them. So here we go, OT. Wow, not seen this before. It's an AWP up for either side. Big surprise onto the map of Train as we go into the first one. Flash, again, kicking things off on T side.
Interesting that Otto actually does not go for full utility, but that's because he wants to keep his money in check. He's taken out. He wants to have an AWP every single round, but if it goes like this every single round, there's no reason. Because Kase is just going to win that time and time again. Already now, advantage coming in for Flash.
How many OTs are you predicting, Risk?
6, of course.
6, okay. Beating that of last map by 1.
Yeah.
Flash deep up Ivy. They've got the smoke down, so Alexib is aware. The Molotov as well is extinguished, so unfortunate. So Alexib can re-smoke this position. Right click out, spraying the smoke. But Flash Gaming, they're looking to just burst on through this, and that's unfortunate because Alexib knows it. The smoke is down, and he peeks on through as he takes that first frag of the round for the CT side. He looks for more, but the timing. They push up, and that's a bomb as well. Attacker got to be very careful as he sits in a gap. That could be not only spotted, but dropped into the open for HAVU.
Let's see Alexib going on top of the train as utility is being thrown outside. Kase trying to be the difference maker coming in with the AWP. There's Sergey in that corner.
Oh no.
Towards T-Main, he needs to come out and help his team. Frags coming in left, right, and center. There's being trades happening. Sergey coming into the back, getting that first one, goes for the second. He knows there's someone nearby. He's not quite sure where. And he actually turns his back. Now he hears the noise. He's not going to get that frag. Attacker with the frag. And now it's Sarte. 1v2.
Oh, but the peak from Attacker. Balls on this man are huge, and 4 kills found for Flash as they pick up the round, 16-15. Again, the money for HAVU is going to be the main issue moving forward. Yes, they can buy, but if Flash take 2 rounds on the T side, it's HAVU having to force for the third. Look at the cash they've got to fall back on. They will have 1,900 loss bonus and kill money and a few $100s on some of these players as well. But people like Otto, no AWP and play until next round. There's no chance unless they save it or win the round, obviously.
Let's see. This could be where Flash Gaming runs away with it. We've been saying that sentence and the opposite sentence so many times because these two teams are incredibly hard to pick apart. Who's going to be the winner? We will maybe never know. Maybe this goes on for all eternity.
I mean, possible, right? This is a comeback from what, 13-5? Yeah, and 14-6 as well after a reset. So A 13-5 comeback to a 16-15 in favour of Flash, a team that were on 5 is a great performance so far.
Yeah.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's still a few more to find, and we know that even flawless halves in OT can always be upset. We have a case study called Overpass.
There we go. It's the basis of a lot of life lessons and just general theories about how the game of Counter-Strike works.
Or doesn't work.
Yeah, that's
Flash
probably more like it.
Outside of B risk. B set up 2 players on defense and contact play for Lovey. Sergey towards the back, he's just playing for info, and that leaves Zati on the site, but he changes weapon, only just gets a kill in time, and he climbs up the ladder and doesn't expect the back. Doesn't matter, Cast has dropped out of ramp, and he's found himself a double opener, not the man to entry up onto the site you would expect, but great performance, and Lovey trading back. It's the A-bomb site where the flanks come in, and Alexa B is last man standing. He has to hold on to this, he has to save this gun, because right now they're going to have no money moving forward. It's Flash Gaming with 17 rounds.
And at this point, I'm pretty sure that at least 2 of the players, Carlos and Fancy, should actually hunt for him.
Yeah, for sure. He's
maybe I can understand maybe saving the AWP. I'm not 100% of their money right now. As we do see, Kelsey here, 350. But Fancy and Carlos could maybe go for the hunter. You see one of them actually going for it. If they can punish this, if they can take out Alexi B and take his weapon away, that's going to be devastating for HAVU. He just walked away. That was inches. Very lucky that Alexi B had the timing to get in behind that corner. And
one play down to the bomb.
Yeah, that's how it is. That all being thrown away. Luckily, okay. Lovey was a great amount of money. Attacker with the same amount of money is not even an issue. All 3 of them could have died. It would have been a problem.
Yeah, it's the last round of the half. And we already talked about it. HAVU will not have that AWP in play to counter that of Flash. And Kaze has been so effective into this map, as has, again, everyone. You know, Karsa, been quiet this map, double entry onto the bomb site, and Lovey as well, the 2 players that we look to be nearer the bottom of the board in these matches. They show up where they really need it. And Flash, again aggressive, again fast, this time towards A.
Look at that. Every single time Attacker goes out towards this position, you almost guaranteed that he's going to get at least a double, maybe even more. And Fancy also opening up. Attacker trying to win this duel on the back of the bomb site. He's actually low on HP and will be taken out, so that's very uncharacteristic for the way that they play. Kase with the AWP knows that there's one towards Hell. Try to check out that position, scope it out. Smokes are coming in towards the back line. They're trying to make their way in towards the bomb site. CT still very static. So, okay, on the back of this bomb train, 1-for-1 trade as it is a 3v3.
But the wrap up deep in Olaf, they've got to be careful because Sergey needs to watch back. He has support from Karen, who'll be taking down that exact flanker. So Fancy dead, and Flash with the option to go back through the pop dog and rotate to B, but they still hold close to the smoke. And there are 3 CTs on the other side. This is a dangerous position, and noise being made, and AK being grabbed as Flash spray in. It's Artie dead, as Lovey knows there's another player here. So much noise has been made, and he takes him. Even the 3rd, as he pops off for the reload, running out of ammo. Sergey needs to clutch this. The 15-year-old, the young star for HAVU, but he's dead. And Kaze will find 18 rounds for Flash Gaming. They may just do this here in the 3rd map after a ridiculous comeback. After a 16-1 on Cash, they take Overpass in 60 rounds. And they bring it back. Look at the disappointment on this side of HAVU. You can tell how much this means to them.
As Sergey is lowered into the ground in his coffin, maybe the dream of HAVU will be as well. 1 round away, as Flash Gaming about to make it happen. About to...
I called it, by the way.
Yeah, you're just a guru at this point.
Yeah.
I'm going to come to you for advice on life.
Lottery ticket numbers.
Yes.
I've got the whole lot. Oh, I feel so bad for HAVU right now.
Yeah, you can just see how stressed out his eyes are. Like, so much eye strain going on in... Like, his eyes are probably not even 100% developed yet in his body. And he's now playing, like, 7 hours of full stress Counter-Strike.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well, right? This is his first event. This is his chance to shine, and they may be eliminated 0-2 in the group stage with some ridiculously close games. OT versus Renegades, 16-13 versus Renegades. And again, I don't need to talk about the previous maps that we've already seen some ridiculous Counter-Strike today. But HAVU, they're not done yet. We saw reverse sweeps in OT in the previous map numerous times from both teams, but we do have an auto-sniper. This is the first time.
Karsa has been stepping up lately, especially in this overtime. See if he can make the difference with that auto-sniper in this setup. Smoke's been lined up for that T side. Could be a sign of a quick A split, as we have 3 members who can go towards that A-man A main, one towards Pop Dog, one already in A main. That's Alexi B. Maybe they want to go with Otto towards the Ivy on a different timing. Let's see how they're going to play this one out. Still 3 CTs on the A bomb site, 1 towards Ivy, 2 towards the bomb train, and that's the timing.
And here are the smokes. Raining over, CTs need to be careful how they position themselves. Playing round it on the site will be one, but the Molotov forcing him to be very, very careful with his positioning. That could spread, that could take him down.
It does
HAVU, yeah, he's going to get tagged. It's Lovey on the site. HAVU going to start to push on deep. The bomb can get planted as well. There's nothing Flash can do about it unless they get aggressive through the smoke, and attacker will, but it's a kills coming in for the CT side. Man up for the CT side as well, as now we need to see a big individual performance here from HAVU. They need to do something absolutely incredible. As attacker comes in, they hold the flank lines. They know that HAVU can begin to push up, and Karen will do exactly that. It's the auto sniper. It's Sergey to respond, but he's dead. It's all onto Karen, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Flash Gaming defeating HAVU, knocking them out of SLI Shanghai Invitational. What an incredible display from the Flash Gaming side, and commiserations to HAVU.
They come back from the insane overtime game and win that in the end, and they come back from 5 rounds to 13 in this map as well. It was a great start from HAVU, but it wasn't meant to be. It was meant to be. These guys from Flash Gaming, representing China, still alive here at the Shanghai Invitational.
And to think at 13-5, we said, hey, this is it. This is China out of the event. Not only have Tyler already been knocked out, but now Flash will. No, we underestimated them again, Risk, and they
you can never count them out.
Of course, prove that they are a powerhouse at least. And while people have been questioning them as one of the best teams in China, they've definitely proved it today if they hadn't before. A great performance up against HAVU. They will be going to face the loser of the match between VP and Renegades. However, that'll be up later. That'll be with Harry and Tom. They've not even touched casting today. Poor guys.
Yeah, and another set of poor guys will be ready to analyze this game for you. I feel like this one actually has a lot more to be talked about than the overtime game in that first map. So I think actually that's going to be very interesting to see what Natu and what Yanko has to say about this.
Yeah, for sure. I'm impressed at the way that Flash played again, but you could just see the amount of rounds played today really did affect HAVU going forward. And Flash, of course. Again, shaky performances on both maps from both teams. Still, Cash is a mystery to me. I have no idea how that was a 16-1. Flash maybe didn't have their monitors on for the first game, but they certainly did for the other two. So you've got to give it to them. I'm very, very impressed. But that'll be us done for today. We hope you have enjoyed this absolute monster of a series. We'll be passing off to Harry and Tom to finish off the rest of the games today, the winners matches from the previous group stage games. However, before that, a quick break, and then the analyst desk to break that match down.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
We go from a 16-1 to a 30.